Hi, I'm JP.
And I'm Adam.
I've never seen Lost.
I have.
I'm told that it's good.
I liked it.
I'm told that it made sense. Sort of. But we're watching it out of order.
So it definitely won't make sense.
But it might still be good. Since we won't expect it to make sense, we'll still be able to appreciate each episode on its own merits as a 1-hour story.
Sometimes 2 or 3.
As opposed to just a fraction of an ongoing, sprawling, and increasingly complex tangle of relationships, personal stories, mysteries, mythologies, experiments, social dynamics, unnatural disasters, unanswered questions, and hot tropical hookups.
Are you okay?
I'm not sure.
Because you lost me a little bit there at the end.
Well, good, because I've been lost since the beginning. We're Lost on Lost.
Welcome, everybody, to Lost on Lost. I'm Adam Busher, and I'm joined, as always, except for that one time, by JP Russell.
I was out of time. It was jury duty.
So, JP.
Yeah.
It's January when we're recording this.
Yeah.
The work trip's over.
The work trip's over, baby.
And I'm visiting my folks for the holidays.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm at your house.
You're at my house.
That's just kind of neat.
Yeah. Anything else about this situation that you'd like to call out?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay, good.
We'll address it in the next section.
Sure. Moving on.
Today we're talking about Maternity Leave, the 15th episode of Season 2 and the 40th episode of Lost overall. Our centric character is everyone's favorite formerly pregnant middle section survivor, Claire Littleton. Maternity Leave takes place on the 58th and 59th days after the crash of Oceanic Flight 815. JP.
Yeah.
Got a recap?
I do.
Hit it.
Since we spent a lot of time in this episode talking about Hemingway and motherhood, I thought it would be appropriate to start with a quote about motherhood, if you don't mind.
Sure.
I could shake my ass. I could be the most ratchetest person ever. I could get into a fight tomorrow, but I'd still be a great mom. Cardi B. Talk about baby fever. On the island, things are heating up in Erin's immune system. Claire needs to retrace her steps to save Erin. She hunts the island in search of a vaccine, a mysterious room, and hopefully a better pediatrician. Meanwhile, Mr. Echo performs a one-man production of Beyond Scared Straight for Henry Gale. Holy shit, Echo, we're going to need you to bring down the intensity a bit, my dude. And oh yeah, Kate's in this episode. I felt exhausted and drained after this episode, but due to privatized healthcare, I can't get guaranteed time off. Let's talk about maternity leave. Adam, we have some guests.
We do.
In my house.
In your house.
Please welcome to the show our moms.
Hello. Good luck with that.
I want everybody out there on Lost Land to say hello to Julie Schultz, my mother.
And Sue Russell, my mother.
You're going to admit that, huh?
Well, we're waiting for the test to come back.
Okay.
Well, welcome to the show. You know, it's every great podcaster, I feel like, has their moms on at some point. So we're at that point in our career. And
I read that in a podcasting book. Behind every great podcaster, there's an embarrassed mother.
It's usually the opposite with me. You won't be able to see his face when I get going.
Not seeing my face is the preferred method of interacting
That's
with
why
me.
this is audio only, not video. So, the moms, let's find out a little bit about your media consumption and your history with the television show Lost. Let's start with you, Ma, Julie. Have you seen Lost before?
Man. No.
No, not at all?
Not at all.
Okay.
We were talking about this last night, my husband and I, your stepfather.
Right.
He asked me, and I said, I don't think so. Not even like a scene?
Right.
I don't
Caught
think
somewhere?
so. No.
Yeah.
Nope. Yeah, it was traumatizing last night watching this.
But you were at least familiar that it was like a show, right?
Yes.
Like,
I knew that it was a show, but I didn't know that Adam watched it.
Well, I mean, it was on while I was in college, so it wasn't like I was watching it at home or anything like that.
Yeah.
So, like, you wouldn't have seen me sitting in the living room watching it ever, because I was in college for 10 years.
Summertime?
Longer than the run of Lost.
Would you have watched the reruns in the summer?
Probably not, because I never watched the reruns of it until after it was over. Like, it was, because it's a serialized show, watching reruns of it doesn't necessarily work.
Wait, what? Shit.
Well, okay. Well, so then instead of Lost, what do you like to watch instead?
The last thing that I really, really loved was Downton Abbey.
Oh,
Sure.
yep.
You actually are the one who got me watching it, because you would always be watching it when I come over the holidays.
Yep.
And it would always be a different episode because I was never here to watch it in real time with you.
Right.
And so, yeah, I got sick of watching a serialized television show randomly. And I decided to actually go back and watch it.
Yeah, that's one that Kai got me on. I think it took like 1 or 2 episodes. I was like, oh shit, I really like Downton Abbey. Well, very cool. We have another mom here, Sue Russell.
I'm getting the look already.
Yeah. Mom, what's your familiarity with the show Lost?
There was none until I listened to a couple of your podcasts because you paid me to.
Well,
Yeah.
shut up, Mom.
And I thought, no, I gotta find out who these characters are because your descriptions of them in the podcast or your guest descriptions were pretty intense. So I
You listened to the Freddy episode, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah, all right, there we
Yeah.
go.
God.
That was one of them. Yeah. And so so I probably watched maybe half of the first season just to get an idea who the characters were. And
Yeah.
now I'm assuming half of them are dead by now, but
Yeah.
you know, and there's new ones. And
Yep.
there were new ones in this episode I watched.
Right.
So
And when you're not watching singular episodes of a 16-year-old television show, what do you watch?
well, Downton Abbey is
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
Gotta love it.
Hell yeah.
Rerun, he'll appreciate this. Reruns of Stargate SG-1.
The complete series is right behind you. There you go.
Oh,
No, you know,
awesome.
I get involved in these series things, and then I'm watching one thing till it's over. So now I'm going to have to go back to Lost, start over, and watch. How many seasons were there?
6.
Okay, well, you know what I'll be doing.
Yeah.
Till 2 a.m.
Yeah. It's your fault that I went to film school.
I know you've blamed me for that more than once. His first camera was from Kmart,
Yeah.
and it was VHS tape,
Yeah.
and I think it was probably $50 or
It's
something.
still in the basement.
in 5th
Still
grade,
got it.
in like
Oh,
4th or
wow.
5th grade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little JP running around. with
That and I dropped him on his head a couple times.
That-
so
Well, that
that-
much was
yeah,
obvious.
okay, that's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
His
Did you
head.
get that on camera?
Yeah. Anyways,
yeah.
let's talk about Lost.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maternity Leave originally aired on March 1st, 2006, which is pretty wild because this episode will be airing on March 1st, 2023.
Nice.
So coincidentally, thanks to random.org, it will be airing on the 17th anniversary of Maternity Leave's original airing.
Nowhere near Mother's Day.
Nowhere near
Oh.
Mother's Day.
That sounds like it's all meant to be.
Yep.
Yes.
Exactly. Maternity Leave was written by Dawn Lambertson Kelly and Mark Raghianti.
We don't know them, do we?
You don't. And it was, of course, directed by Jack Bender.
Of course.
Dawn Lambertson Kelly and Matt Raghianti were assistants to the writers for 47 and 45 episodes of Lost, respectively, and this was their only script for Lost. In case you, the audience out there, are unaware, writers' rooms assistants to showrunners, writers' PAs, script coordinators, the support staff for writers' rooms are often given opportunities to write scripts. And so that was probably what this was. They were like, you know, we were around, they're helping run the room and stuff like that. So they give them a script and they're like, here's a story. We'll break it. You guys write it, bring it back. We'll note it, and then we'll shoot it.
And they should try again.
Yeah, they usually do this. They're usually doing this with a producer or other active member of the writing staff. So you
Right.
have the script PA or the writer's room PA or something write it with one of the producers of the show, not another assistant to a writer.
Yeah, we'll get into that.
And they included a guy in writing this episode?
Yeah.
Did I get that correctly?
Yeah, Matt.
Because he's got so much experience with maternity leave and all the references to it in this particular episode.
Yeah.
No.
Dawn Lambertson Kelly also served as Antoine Fuqua's assistant on Training Day, and that movie's awesome.
That movie's great.
And then Raghianti coincidentally replaced Damon Lindelof as the writer's assistant on the TV show Wasteland, which I never heard of.
Never heard of it.
Those are the writers. Jack Bender, the director, is just some guy I've literally never heard of him before.
He just did checks notes here. Yeah, all of Lost.
Every episode.
Yeah, okay.
Maternity leave. Baby's crying.
Baby's crying. Again, we're going to have to drink whenever we start with baby crying. But yeah, little Aaron is sick. He's putting up a fuss, and Claire's kind of just walking around the beach late at night trying to soothe him.
And nobody else hears him.
Right.
Everybody's like dead to the world, and this kid's screaming.
Right, exactly.
It makes me wonder if everybody's just been deafened by sleeping 50 feet from the ocean, and this constant lapping of the waves is just like white noise to them, and it drowns out the sound of a 3-week-old
Yeah,
bellowing.
something like that.
I can speak from experience and say that 5 kids, I heard a baby crying a lot.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's not something you can ignore.
Oh, I was gonna say otherwise, like you get used to it, and so like by the time Arthur was a baby and crying, was it easier to
Ignore him.
ignore him?
It was easier to spoil him because there was a bunch of other older kids around, and I'd just say, just do anything. Just, let him have it.
Does Adam still cry a lot when he comes into town for the holidays?
Just in the shower.
Yes, not that I have seen.
Claire wakes up old Johnny Locke sleeping on the beach. And she's like, hey, he's sick. I need to go find Jack. And Locke says, okay, well, hey, baby, don't go traipsing around the dangerous jungle at night with your baby. I'll go get Jack and I'll send him back here.
Do you think that this is part of the timeline of the show in which Charlie and Claire are not?
It has to be.
It has to be, right? Because Charlie's not even in the episode.
Charlie's her shadow.
And you would think that in any instance she would normally go get Charlie
Right.
instead of John. But
I was trying to find online if Dominic Monaghan wasn't around or something like that, but there's no explanation as to why he's not here for production reasons. So I'm assuming it's something story-wise that we haven't seen.
John Locke goes to the hatch to get Jack.
Yes.
They've never really established how far away from the beach the hatch is, but it's an instant cut. Like, he's like, I'm going to go to the hatch. And then he's at the hatch.
I thought it was like a half-day
That's what
walk
I
or
thought.
something. Or
But I guess it's one of those things where you don't write shoe leather into a script. It's like, we don't need to see Locke walking from the beach to
Right.
the hatch, so let's not show it.
It must be a short walk if she thought she could just pop over there with the kid in the middle of the night.
Yeah, that's fair.
They don't have, it's not like they have flashlights and they have they can see anything in the jungle.
Right,
in
they just
terms
have
of-
torches half the time.
Yeah.
It's got to be a short-ish walk, but it is long enough to be far enough away from both
be
the hatch and the
dangerous.
beach to have been kidnapped in the past. We'll address this as we speak a little later, but there was a point in Claire's history on the island in which she got kidnapped walking from the beach to the hatch in broad daylight.
And now she's going to go at night.
Yeah, so
with
now
a-
she's
with a
gonna go
crying
with
baby.
a crying
With a
baby.
crying baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jack is sleeping at the hatch.
Yeah.
And keeping an eye on
On-
their Airbnb resident.
Wait, does the B stand for balloon?
I thought it stand for, well, the second B is for bruise.
Oh, bruise and balloon.
Air, bruise, and balloon.
For the moms, Henry Gale is a known hot air balloon enthusiast. So,
Oh, okay.
/ living bruise.
yes, / living bruise. Yeah. So, Locke comes in and he updates Jack as to what's going on. You know, they allude to the door, which we can assume is a punched up, tied up Henry Gale.
Jack is like, okay, well, I'll go check on Claire. I'll see what's up. You know, you stay here. You keep an eye on Henry and the button, and I'll go to the beach. And then he's instantly at the beach.
Yeah.
In any other episode, this would have taken half of the episode for Locke to go to the hatch, Jack to come back. Here,
Right.
it took before half of the cold open.
Right.
Baby's still crying. We cut back to the beach, and Rousseau just appears out of the jungle.
She's just everywhere all the time.
I did not see her in that first character reference when I watched the beginning of the show. So here comes this like creepy woman, like out of nowhere. Like, was she just hanging out?
She is
Or
the jungle.
nobody else heard the baby cry, but she heard it from probably a mile away in the jungle.
That's what I said. I just had to stop everything. I'm just like, where is she a witch? What's happening? Where did she come from?
And then you hear later that she killed all her.
Probably killed like 8 people.
Yeah. Rousseau's got just general jungle vibes about her.
She's made of the jungle and partially of the night, and so
Yeah. But yeah, Rousseau's there, and she has crazy jungle eyes for the baby. And she says he's infected, to which that usually, you want to have sort of a greeting, establish yourself, sort of manage expectations, and it's just, the baby's infected. And Claire very rightfully is like, hey, why don't you just,
hey, shoo,
away.
hey, you get out of here.
yeah,
Somebody get a broom.
yelling at a raccoon in the trash can.
You're not supposed to be there. Get out of here. Yeah, exactly. That's what I wrote. Kate comes up and scares Rousseau away.
Yeah, Kate comes up and is very much in her face. But in terms of the timeline, she's already been on an adventure with Rousseau, and she's very defensive, like get away from Claire. So I wonder if something happened in there where...
This is a hard thing for me to remember now that we're getting to the end of the first season of Lost on Lost. Now we've seen most of the first half of it.
Yeah.
Part of me thinks that Rousseau's brief appropriation of Aaron came after Kate's adventures with Rousseau. So maybe
Gotcha.
now she's lost her reputation as sort of casual A-team member and has sort of that
Gotcha.
Same reputation that Charlie has for being a baby stealer.
So this plane was full of baby snatchers, and there's only one baby, so there's just a lot of baby snatching going on.
If you want to get in baby snatching, you got to take turns. It's just you have to share.
It's a resource management issue.
Is the resource the baby?
Yeah.
And yet when you're looking for a babysitter, you can't find one.
Sue Russell from the Cheap Seats, everybody.
And that's the cold open. We're continuous on the beach. Baby's still crying. This is when Jack shows up.
Jack's just gaslighting her.
Yeah.
Now, moms, correct me. Whenever baby gets sick, baby just gets better by itself, right? Never need medicine, never need shots.
Oh, Lord.
Baby just always gets better if you just leave the baby
if you
alone
just
enough.
leave it alone.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Even though he's not a pediatrician, he's a surgeon.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
That little rash, that'll just go away.
Yeah, full body rash on baby.
Yeah.
Don't worry about baby.
Probably
Baby's fine.
105-degree temperature. It'll come down.
I decided that instead of roseola,
Yeah.
Roussoliola.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
I like it.
That's
I
what
like
baby
it.
has.
But yeah, Jack's basically like, hey, baby doesn't have virus.
Baby's fine.
Right. I'm like, baby might not have the virus we're talking about. Baby can still have an infection of sorts. Baby's been growing up on the beach, not getting proper care. Like,
Right. The baby's pediatrician is an alcoholic spinal surgeon. Like,
yeah.
And where was the rectal thermometer?
God.
Oh, I got one right over here.
Sawyer's probably got it.
Yeah. But yeah, Jack's like, you crazy.
It'll be fine.
Don't
It'll
worry
be
about
fine.
it. Yeah, it's fine.
Stupid Jack.
Where'd you get the idea that the baby has a virus? She's like, crazy jungle lady said that there was a virus. And he's like, don't listen to her. She's a crazy jungle lady.
Crazy jungle lady.
Yeah.
That's why she killed like 9 people. or
Yeah. Kate wanders in and is like, if there's something wrong, Jack would know. And again, he's a surgeon,
he's a
not
specialty
pediatrician. He's a podiatrist. Don't worry about it. He knows all about babies.
I was surprised he knew what roseola was because, I only even just heard of roseola just the other day when me and Mom went to tour my sister's new child care center, and they had a chart on the wall of like communicable childhood diseases and foibles and whatever, and roseola was on there, and I was looking at it, I was like, this is a rash. Sure.
Do all of in that whole list of illnesses that you saw? Do they just say don't worry about it? It clears itself up.
I think that's what it said.
Yeah. In the next morning, Kate and Claire go find Libby.
Yeah.
Played ably by Cynthia Watros, who starred on Titus for 3 seasons.
That's where she's from.
I watched Titus.
I did.
Titus rules. She is a clinical psychologist. Is that what she is?
Yeah, something like that.
Because Claire is having troubles with her memory.
Yeah.
So they think that maybe Libby can help her remember something. She's convinced she has amnesia, like it's a soap opera.
Right.
I mean, sort of.
It's kind of.
Because it's sort of.
Yeah, kind of.
Because most people that have amnesia are on television and not in real life.
Yeah.
Before we talk about that, this is the point in which I wrote down obvious doll. Both Mom and I noticed it as they were walking toward the beach. Kate at one point is holding a very obvious doll instead of the baby.
Oh, really?
It's just like she's like bouncing it and like doing a thing.
No,
Like you would do with
and
the
it's
baby.
not crying anymore, right?
No, it's silent, and it's just like the head is like the head flops back.
Yeah.
And you can just see it's a doll head.
Is it the same one from American Sniper?
Probably.
Oh, okay.
But so I wrote down obvious doll there. They go to talk to Libby, and Libby's like, okay, well, you probably don't have amnesia because that's a soap opera thing.
Right.
You likely are having a memory block because of PTSD.
Right. Traumatic
which is
experience.
Absolutely a real thing.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, that's not really my specialty, but I could try some things. There's another doctor on the island that I feel could sort of subscribe to that same sort of mentality when he approaches his medicinal practice.
Right.
But whatever. But he's a man doctor, so he's good at everything.
Oh, yeah. We got to believe him. Cut to the hatch.
Yeah.
Old Johnny Locke and Jack are bringing Henry Gale some food. John also gives him a book. What was the book? It was
Dostoevsky. I didn't see the title. Brothers Karamazov, maybe?
Something like
Since
that.
that's the only Dostoevsky I know.
They have a little exchange also about Hemingway.
Every once in a while, the show, they have these sort of like detached philosophical trivia conversations. And it's almost always Locke, because Locke knows a lot about a lot or whatever.
Yeah.
He's not an expert on anything, but he has a very broad general knowledge. And so he's like, Hemingway and Dostoevsky and their relationship, and one of them thought he would never. It's like,
Yeah, after you beat the crap out of the guy,
right.
you're gonna bring him a book.
A book club.
Like, book club. Yeah, book club.
sorry, we've been pounding on you for the past 5 days
Here's a
straight.
book.
Here's a book to occupy your time,
Yeah,
I guess.
right.
Try to take your mind off the fact that your entire face hurts.
Yep. When the swelling goes down in your eyes, you
And you can see.
Yeah.
can read a few
Right.
chapters.
Let me reattach my retina here real quick. Maybe that psychiatrist can help me with my vision.
No, Jack is also an optometrist.
Yes.
In addition to a pediatrician.
He did diagnose Sawyer's nearsightedness
He did.
and made him a pair of glasses. That was in the Freddy episode.
Oh man.
Oh, I'm looking for stimuli.
Wow.
Oh, boy.
man.
So Jack and John exit the room. Locke poses the question, what are we doing here? What's sort of the long-term plan with this guy that we have locked up in effectively a gun safe?
Right.
Jack's response is something like, well, you know what? Maybe we don't have a plan. Like, we don't have a plan for the button, but we keep...
It's whataboutism.
Yeah, we keep pushing the button, and my immediate response was, the button's not a person.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
The button
Like,
is just on a
button doesn't
computer
have
in the other room.
rights
Right.
as a human, so
we don't need to maintain the dignity of the button, like,
right,
and that's why whataboutism doesn't work often.
right, exactly. And he says something like, if you got a better idea, let me know. And in maybe one of the better comedic moments of the show, we hear Henry Gale from the other room. You could just let me go.
That was one of the places we
That
had
was
to pause it
great.
because we were laughing so hard.
Very good.
Oh, wait, what did he just say?
It's the Pee Wee Herman.
Well, and because I know absolutely nothing about this show, I saw the hostage, and I think that is where we had to stop a couple different times in that little
Yeah,
scene because my question was, who's the hostage? And then
Yeah, what's he there for? And
Yeah.
underneath, I decided that the answer was he's a prisoner who wants to read books.
Yeah.
That's-
I was trying to check out the library, but apparently it was off limits, so they beat the shit out of me and locked me in this closet.
Right. Yeah. It's that guy from the Twilight Zone in the nuclear bunker, but he's opting to get put in the cell.
There was time now.
Yeah.
But before you break my glasses, could you please punch me in the stomach 6 or 7 times?
yeah, what was the patch he had on too? Did they like stab him or something?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
He
patches.
he got shot by a handmade crossbow by
Rousseau.
Queen of the Jungle Rousseau.
Jungle lady.
Ooh.
Because he was running away. We had not seen him before. He did not hurt anyone. He was just running away from her, and she said, I won't stand for this.
Yep. How dare you?
Cut back to the beach. Libby and Claire are doing meditation from a camera perspective. They do zoom ins rather than push ins, which is fucking lazy. But they're doing the whole, all right, we're going to sit and just focus on the sound of the beach.
We're gonna hypnotize you.
Yes, exactly. Wait, there were hippos? She starts to get flashes as she starts to relax and think about when she was captured.
I made a note here that if they weren't trying to unblock PTSD kidnapping memories, this would actually be like incredibly spa-like and relaxing.
Oh, right by the ocean?
Because the two of them are just like, and listen to the sound of my voice. Breathe in and breathe out. And then the sound of the ocean. And I was like, yeah. If we were trying to figure out why and how and what happened to Claire while she was being kidnapped, this would be,
Right.
you could charge for this.
And where's the crying baby during all of this?
Not that far away. Kate had the baby, and I'm like, get the baby
must be
further
getting
down
better.
the beach.
I mean, Jack said he'd be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. He was just busy over there making himself fine.
Yeah, exactly.
Self-healing. Like
Yes.
babies do.
Doing what babies do.
But yeah, she starts to have these flashes as this
Yeah.
thing is working, and this actually triggers us into our first proper flashback of the episode,
Right.
which is not indicated by the normal flashback.
Right.
sound
It's
effect.
like an actual flashback.
Yeah.
Like it's not just the audience seeing something that happened. It's
Right.
Claire literally having flashes.
Yeah, interesting bit of a trivia. I think this is only the second time in which Lost had flashbacks, where the entire episode occurred on the island, and the flashbacks occurred on the island.
Also on the island,
Yeah,
sure.
so the first
sure,
one
sure.
was the first 48 days, which was, I think, 10 episodes before this one.
Yeah.
And then this one was the first one that was fully on the island. So
Cool.
yeah.
Doctor's office.
Jesus. Local hero Ethan Rom is back in the picture.
Well, they're trying to like obscure his face, but we've heard enough of Ethan's voice from like, well, that's Ethan.
Yeah,
like,
it's 100% Ethan. He gives her he's giving her a shot. And it's like the world's biggest needle.
Yeah, she keeps saying,
yeah, she's gonna stab the baby.
So,
Yeah.
I'm going to give you a spinal tap through the front and through the baby.
the baby's lobotomy.
Jeepers.
What are they doing to it? Yeah, is it going to come out with like superpowers when it
Yes.
reaches puberty or something?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
That's what happened to me.
What's your superpower?
Podcasting.
Podcasting.
Comedy.
J.P. Russell was bit by the comedy bug, and now he has the sense of humor of a regular man.
Anyways, Ethan has like a little Dharma keychain to unlock the medicine cabinet.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was like whatever.
Yeah. The relationship between the others and the Dharma, despite the fact that we're almost to the end of season 1, is still incredibly unclear.
Yeah. Ethan gives her a shot, and that sort of, or remembering the pain of getting the shot, snaps her out of the flash.
She has one final flash of a 16-year-old brunette girl.
Yes.
And
right.
then,
Right.
that all happens just kind of like all together. And then, she snaps out of it.
Mhm.
So we come back to the beach. Claire is freaking out.
What was she saying? It's Ethan. It was Ethan. I'm like, yeah, no shit. We all know Ethan kidnapped you. So yeah, we know it was Ethan.
Think back to the first 40 days we were here. He was the bad guy.
Right. Common knowledge.
Right. It was Ethan. What?
Yeah. Tell us something we don't know. But she's saying, I need to find that place. It was real. Like she knows that there was a room that she was in.
Yeah,
and
a room.
It has to be somewhere on the island.
Right. Libby tries to calm her down and sort of does a little bit.
Sort of.
Calms her down enough for Claire to find Kate and ask her to assist her in finding the room. Cut to the jungle.
Mr. Echo, in his sweaty, shirtless self, just chopping down a tree. Mom's, calm down. Calm down,
I'll
Mom.
tell you what,
Relax.
I got to the point where he stopped and looked at it before he pushed it over, and I'm singing, I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay.
See, I was singing It's Raining Men, but whatever. But he goes back to the hatch because he needs some tools or something.
He wants to borrow a saw.
Oh, a DeWalt. Do you have a Milwaukee Electric tool? And
Ryobi only,
Oh,
sorry.
Ryobi. Oh, Dharma, you cheap
His
asses.
battery's going to wear out. Sponsor us, Milwaukee.
Yeah. Yeah. Jack hides in a room with Henry?
Yeah, and why isn't Henry going, help, I'm in here, they're beating the crap out of me. No, he just says, be quiet, and Henry goes,
Okay.
yeah, okay. Duh.
Right. You share this look of like, wait, what are we doing right now? Like, what? Jack doesn't want everyone to know that they have a special punching bag friend.
Well, and that was your question. We pause here. How many people are aware of what's going on at this place? Because so far we've only seen Jack and John there.
Yeah.
So it's like, is this place common knowledge? And we've had this question in the past too, even just on the show. It's like, how many people know about the patch? If everybody knows, how many people get to go? Like, because they have stuff in there. There's a bathroom. There's laundry. There's beds.
There's a roof.
Shower.
There's a kitchen.
Yeah, there's Dawn dish soap
Lights.
Yeah.
by the
Food.
sink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And 40 some odd people are sleeping on the sand, either a half mile or a half day away.
Exactly. Echo sees that somebody was in there.
Did he see him?
He saw a bed.
He saw the bed
Oh, okay.
with the door half closed.
Because I must have been taking a note or something at the time because like later on,
Right.
I was like, wait, did he just like assume?
Yeah.
Like, so okay,
Yeah,
that
so-
makes sense. So he made the he saw the I got it.
Right.
Come back to the beach. Kate goes to visit Sawyer.
Yeah.
I want a gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
James Sawyer's general store.
Yeah.
So if you want a gun, you got to go talk to Sawyer.
And you got to tell him why you
Yeah.
want the gun.
Yeah. He asks why. Kate says, you don't
I
get
don't
to
have
ask
to
that. He
tell
says, sure I do.
Sure I
You
do.
do?
Why?
So, sure I do.
You
Watch
knew that
me.
was coming.
Yeah.
Why?
How come? Because I got the guns.
Because I got the guns.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's basically we're going to go into the jungle to get medicine for Aaron, and actually quite nice. Sawyer says, "Well, I got medicine. You can have some medicine." Like he offers it up.
he's both a roadblock and helpful at the same
Right.
time, which we've seen just as recently
Yeah.
as the Mike Trailer episode.
Like, he's not going to just let a baby die. Like,
Right,
Yeah,
he's
he'll
not
give a baby some medicine.
Right,
That's
yeah,
fine. You know, she's like, no, it's not that kind of medicine. It's crazy jungle medicine. Great. Okay. Kate says, you know, I need to help Claire. She's going with her without me, so I need a gun.
So that's why I'm going.
But Sawyer says something to the effect of like, oh, girls party only, or
Yeah, no
ladies.
guy
no
trip
boys
or
allowed,
whatever.
no
No
boys
boys- yeah.
Which I'm like, wait, whoa, what? That was not established anywhere. You could just go. Everyone
You
just
got the guns.
Right. Everyone just tags along for every mission.
Right.
Whoever's just
Exactly,
on
yeah.
the beach just
Every
says, I'm
time-
gonna go.
Yeah, every
Like,
time they wander off into the jungle, it's just like Charlie or Saeed just like, oh, can I come? And they're like, we can't stop you.
when they're like, oh, we're gonna go get dynamite. Art finally
Yeah.
speaks up. Well, I'm gonna have an adventure. You know, like
And you would think after that, nobody would ever volunteer to go
well,
anywhere
yeah,
ever
that's
again.
true. Okay,
Artist accidentally blew himself up with some dynamite.
because he looked at it
Yeah,
wrong.
Yeah.
I'd be staying home.
Sawyer's just like, all right, well, you ladies have fun menstruating together or whatever. You want a 9mm or a rifle? And gives her a gun.
The dumb thing about it is he only gives her a gun because he got a crush on her. If that,
Right.
if that was anybody else, if it was Libby or Rose or whatever, he'd be like, no, you don't have a gun. I'm Sawyer.
I've give guns to all my crushes.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
He has a crush on her, so he gives her a gun.
right. I bring him home to meet mom first, and then I give him a gun.
The gun?
Yeah,
Oh.
well, because mom will shoot him if, you know. Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
It's an Italian thing.
We cut over, continues on the beach. Claire is finding a babysitter.
Yeah. Here, I have an infected baby. Would you take it, please? That's why I'm going into the jungle, because some maniac jungle woman told me my baby's infected. Would you watch it?
Hold this rashy baby.
Here, last named female character on the show.
This also
the
isn't the
baby.
first time somebody's just pawing a child off on Sun.
Happens all the time.
Yeah.
Son does a surprising amount of babysitting for an island with 2, now 1 child.
And then son says, a mother shouldn't leave her baby. And Claire goes, are you a mother? And I could see son saying, no, but you are for leaving me with your infected baby. With an expletive after that,
Yes.
mother,
Yeah.
obviously.
We
I'm
can
the
swear
mom,
on the
so-
show. It's okay.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah. But Sun says the words, are you sure you want to do this? Which triggers another series
flare.
of flashes
Yeah.
to Ethan getting some more shots.
Yeah, just continuing to give the shots to Claire. And this is where you notice, at least I noticed, I don't know if either of you two noticed it in the previous flashback, but the drugs are obviously starting to make Claire disoriented or loopy or something like
Right.
that. She's starting to get, like, she's showing some, like, signs of, like, some sort of intoxication or
Mm-hmm.
narcotic effect. And this is where I started to notice it.
Yeah.
But he did say something about these are a little uncomfortable, so we give you this to relax you.
Right,
It was
yeah.
So maybe she's getting
Just
pumped
to help
up.
make her compliant or
Yeah.
whatever.
And everything he's telling her is bullshit, obviously.
Yeah.
Because, like, we want to make sure you don't run away because we kidnapped you and you forgot that.
Yeah.
Drugs.
Yeah.
He gives her another shot and he says, hey, by the way, it's time for a surprise. And they walk down the hallway and there's a baby's room.
Right after the door that says escape hatch.
That's
I didn't even notice.
just what my back door says. Don't even worry about
He
it.
shows her this nursery, and it's, you know, for a weird, kidnappy, underground, bunkery nursery, kind of cute.
Yeah, as far as those go, quite nice.
It's got all the stuff you'd expect to see in a nursery. A little
Yeah,
playpen,
what's all this for?
tube.
For your baby.
Yeah.
Duh.
Well, she's doinked out of her mind. So
Yeah.
Does she ask what happened to Charlie?
yes,
Okay.
this is she asks, what happened to Charlie, and Ethan, as a true psychopath, oh, he's fine. I let him go. Yeah, hanging from
Yeah,
his neck.
I let him go from the branch of a tree with a rope around his neck.
Yeah. Ooh. Sheesh. Yeah, because he probably doesn't know that Charlie's alive.
Yeah, he probably fully believes that he's dead. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that till just now. I was like, yeah, I'm assuming left him for dead.
Yeah, he's toast.
Charlie's lucky that Kate and Jack found him when they did, and he
And
is
that
still
Rousseau didn't find him first.
right.
With
She
the
probably
bow
would have
and
shot
arrow.
him.
Yeah, she'd be like, hey, good work, Ethan. Let me pull on his legs.
While they're in there, a dude out in the hallway needs to talk to Ethan. Ethan goes out into the hallway to talk to this dude.
And then the dude says something about the boss isn't going to be happy. So obviously
The
there's another
boss.
dude somewhere.
Yeah.
This is Tom.
Tom Friendly.
The first time you see Tom is in Exodus Part You and Me.
Oh, really? That's the first time we see him?
Yeah. But he's all, he's clean shaven.
Looking dapper?
Got a polo on.
Yeah.
He's looking sharp. But he gives Ethan a little bit of an admonishment about his improvising.
Yeah.
And then they close the door because they realize, despite the fact that, Claire's zazaed out of her mind, she can still hear her.
She's looking at the little mobile of planes.
Oh, that was weird.
Yeah.
That weirded you out a lot.
Like, was that Southwest Airlines too, or something? Like, what did they pay? What did they pay for that?
Yeah. No, it was the Spirit Airlines, and it's the
Spirit?
one that fell into the bed and just
No, the airplanes on the mobile were Oceanic airplanes.
Yeah.
And
Were they?
that's
Okay,
the flight
yeah.
that crashed. So that's the airline itself that landed on the island.
Was the mobile playing the song?
Yes.
What song was that?
Catch a falling star and put it in your pocket.
Yeah, there we go.
Is that the song that Claire asked the adoptive parents? In that
No.
It was
That
something else. Okay.
Mom, you said you had
That's why I said I should have been leaving on a jet plane.
Right.
Don't know when I'll
Yeah.
be back again.
Yeah.
Those are very appropriate lyrics.
Yes.
Well, then when she wound it up and it was going around, it was just like,
Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
high
50
speed.
miles
Well,
an
to
hour.
catch a falling star probably was put in because she was so looped up and.
Oh, sure.
There you go.
But there's also something about like, baby with mobile, adorable. Mobile without baby, an empty crib, creepy. Like, hate that.
Quick commercial break, and then we cut to the jungle.
They talk about, what do you know about Rousseau? Not much. She was here with a research team, but they're all dead. She killed them. And
that didn't spark some bigger conversation for some reason.
Yeah.
whatever reason.
Right. Kate gets all tight-lipped when Claire's like, well, why did she kill them? It's like, maybe don't, you know she's going to ask the follow-up question. Maybe don't mention that she killed the whole research team.
Yeah, if you would have left that part out, you wouldn't
wouldn't
have
have
to. Yeah, exactly.
Well, we don't see them with her, so we assume they're dead.
Right.
Then Rousseau offers up, when Claire's pushing her, why'd you kill him? Why'd you kill him? And then Rousseau's like, because they were infected.
No.
Like, I suspect your baby is. Claire gets not the strongest performance here. You're gonna take me to where I scratched you.
And it amazes me how everybody can find their way around this jungle.
Oh,
that
yeah.
spot where you got scratched.
Oh, yeah.
You're lost in the middle of, you're kidnapped, you're lost in the middle of the jungle, but somebody's going to know exactly where that spot was.
Yeah. Claire's you are going to do this with sort of really it has no leg to stand on it. But Rousseau's like, well, yeah, I followed you. Like, yeah, we were kind of already gonna do that.
Right,
You know what I
yeah,
mean? But like, all right, whatever. Cut to the beach. Jack, promising the night before, oh, I'll come check on Aaron, isn't even there to check on Aaron.
Just getting water.
Echo comes up. It's like, hey, I know you got a special friend. I want to talk to your special friend.
Now.
Yeah. Right now. I need you to fix this. I need you to hook this up.
Jack's like, we don't have anybody. That's crazy talk.
You know, what are you talking about?
And even if we did, why would I let you talk to him? Hypothetically.
Yeah.
Because I'm giving you the look.
Right. The smolder.
Yep.
And I can tell you're trying to keep this a secret. So if you don't let me,
I'm
going to tell everybody.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell.
Get to the jungle. Rousseau just kind of takes them to an innocuous spot and is like, here we are.
This was the spot.
I took you to where you asked me to take you. Claire starts getting kind of indignant. Would that be the right word? Like, no,
Yeah.
you were trying to take me
You were
back.
you were trying to take me back. You're one of them.
Yeah, and Rousseau's like, wait, hold on. You told me you remember what happened. You lied to me.
Right.
Which, that line of dialogue, let's just put that in the queue. I'd like to bring that up later.
Yeah.
Maybe read into some subtext here, Claire. So they're getting into a bit of an argument, and Kate pulls a gun
Yeah.
on Rousseau. Which everybody just pulls guns on everybody on this island, never with the intention to shoot, because people are constantly calling the bluffs. Because Rousseau, like an absolute psycho gangster, just walks right up to Kate, pushes the gun into her chest, and just like, please do it.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
Please do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, you said don't pull a gun unless you're actually
Planning on shooting
willing to use
somebody.
it. And yeah, nobody ever is.
Nope.
Why'd she go get a gun from Sawyer? She wasn't going to use it.
Right? I don't know.
Whatever. But yeah, Rousseau calls her bluff, and it's because Rousseau's like liquid badass.
Yeah.
She's giving her the look, too.
Another smolder.
Another smolder, yeah.
A lot of smoldering going on in this island. Claire runs off.
And we flash back.
Yeah,
back
she sees a weird fallen tree.
Oh yeah, the tree. And that's what triggers kind of her next flash. Back to the medical facility. Claire is I wrote knitting. It turns out she was crocheting.
Who corrected you on that?
I saw it on Lostpedia.
Oh. I thought maybe your mom did.
She's making a little booty for the baby. It's like some adorable mom shit.
Yeah.
Ethan's like, let's get you out in the sun. You've been in this bunker for too long. Now that you're sufficiently doinked and aren't going to run away.
Yeah.
Let's get you a little vitamin D.
Yeah. They walk into the jungle. They sit on the same weird looking
Tree.
He gives her a canteen to drink out of, which I thought was water. And she says, ooh, it's really sour, which I'm assuming it's more drugs.
Because he doesn't drink any.
Right. Yeah. He doesn't drink any.
Yeah, he just smells it.
Yeah. He's like, oh, really? Oh,
That's weird.
That does smell like smells like morphine and Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
Maybe our morphine's going bad.
You didn't see the thing that said refrigerate after opening?
Right. Yeah.
Expired February 3rd, 73.
This is a spot where I glossed over. It's an exposition dump, but I don't know if it's things that the audience would have seen, but there's a lot of just like weird phrasing of things like, oh, I'm going to miss you. Or, I wish you didn't have to go, but we don't have enough vaccine for you and the baby. You have to go back to the beach. Baby's going to stay with us, but it's going to be your choice, but we need to make sure it's your choice. And I'm just like, what? Wait, what's the plan here?
Right.
So,
I mean, it's just more bullshit. I just don't understand what the math is here. Like, what's the point of doing this? Because the subtext is there. We want it to be your choice, but if you say no, we're doing it anyway.
right.
So why even bother doing this?
Well, and she had already decided to give the baby up. So why was he suddenly giving her a choice?
Right.
Well, now we're going to give you a choice.
Right. We're going to give you a chance to make the choice again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Technically for the third time.
Technically for the third time, because she already once decided to give the baby up for adoption to not the others.
Not give it to the couple, and then decide to once again give it to a couple in LA, and then now to the others.
Maybe that's why everybody keeps asking her if she's sure, because she changed her mind about 6 times already.
They do a little cool thing where Claire is watching herself in the flashback.
That was neat.
Yeah, it was kind of a nice little transition, and Kate and Rousseau catch up to her.
Man, whatever Libby did on the beach, really worked.
Yeah. She just had her calm down for 3 minutes.
Kate and Rousseau catch up to Claire. Claire is trying to follow her memories where it starts to rain.
Rousseau's like, let her look. And Kate says, for what? And I just out loud to no one said, the room, you fucking idiot. The thing we came here to find. That's what she's looking for, is the room.
And they must all be covered with the same kind of vines, because you know exactly which vines are going to have the doors under them. Every time they find something, it's like, wow.
Did you spot something?
Yeah.
What, you mean that there? Those vines on top of that tarp, on top of that storm cellar door? Yeah, I found something. So Kate found the door.
Yeah.
Or Claire found the door.
There was they had really bad green screen on the reverse shot of all of them.
That was weird.
I don't know. It must, it's some sort of production logistic, or maybe the sky was too blue or something. But yeah, it's clearly green screen, the reverse shot of them looking into the hatch.
Yeah. I must have been really bored here because I just wrote the Spice Girls go in.
Well, the hatch is kind of trash. It wasn't in great shape when Ethan was there, but this hasn't been that long. Part of the roof is caved in now.
Right, and the baby's only, 2-3 months old?
Yeah. Not even.
So it's gone
6
to hell.
weeks,
It's gone to
maybe.
hell.
Yeah, didn't you say the baby was 3 weeks old?
If this is day 58, Aaron was born on day somewhere around 40.
Oh, okay.
So
Aaron's
this place has gone to hell, and the vines grew really fast.
Right.
Well, and fake baby Aaron is 3 weeks old, but he looks like he's 6 months old.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, huge baby for what was supposed to be probably less than a month.
Yeah. His TV, all babies are that size, because that's when you can legally start them working.
Right, exactly.
But yeah, they snoop around the facility a little bit. Kate finds some flashlights. She goes to find where the power is.
But how do they know where to look for those flashlights? That was another question.
There's always a switch.
There's flashlights.
There's always one switch for one whole building.
This is the other dumb thing, too.
Yeah.
Okay, the power's flickering. The lights, the power's not on. We are flat. Let's split up.
Yeah.
That was another question. Why is she just walking around there by herself?
Yeah, Invincible Kate decides that
Yep.
she's like, I'm going to go fix the power. You guys take care of whatever.
Yep.
See you later.
Yeah.
And she wanders off on her own.
The lights come on. She's in the baby's room. All the stuff is gone. This whole facility seems to be cleared out pretty well.
But yeah, it's weird that like they decided to clear out all the medical stuff. They cleared out all the nursery shit. They forgot the crocheted booty.
Finding the booty causes another flashback.
Yep.
Triggers another flashback for Claire.
The girl that she was seeing in her flashbacks earlier makes her full-blown flashback appearance here. This is chronologically Alex's first appearance
Oh, really?
Yep.
Interesting.
this episode. And yeah, this girl, wake up. You got to get out of here. They're doing a non-consensual C-section
Yeah.
just down the hall. They're getting ready for it. I don't believe you.
You're
Wait, you mean the
next.
baby sawing area right there that really looks like a place where they're going to strap you down and cut something out of you?
The stomach laser 5000 that they're prepping. They're
And
also
who are they working on?
right. It looks like they're prepping things real fast.
There's like
and we're
7 people.
Yeah. They're all standing like in a 1 foot
Yeah,
diameter
little cube.
area. Yeah, they're just
Too many cooks, man.
Yeah.
Claire's still really doing, so she doesn't necessarily buy it.
Yeah, she's like, no, I wanna stay here, and they're gonna take care of the baby, and they're
This
gonna
was my idea.
take
I
care
said
of
it's
me.
okay, yeah.
And Alex is like, yeah, all right, this ain't gonna work. Time for Anti Claire Countermeasures, and she chloroforms or ethers,
Oh, yeah.
her-
The other,
Wow.
which all these narcotics in her system must be great
Oh,
for the baby.
I'm sure the baby's fine.
Well, he heals himself. You know.
Yeah. That's probably what the rash is.
It's a delayed adverse reaction.
Tell us
Chloroform in utero.
Yeah, it's starting to come out of his pores.
He's going through detox.
Just sweating on the chloroform. That would have been funny if that was the first thing Jack said. It's like, oh, he's going through withdrawal.
Give him some of that baby-sized alcohol. You mean shooters? So
That'll help.
she- back in the hatch, Claire's like, the medicine's in here.
In this face-down
In
refrigerator.
this face-down, unplugged refrigerator where the room has been gutted. I'm sure they left the one vial of vaccine.
Of course.
And
they
tipped over the refrigerator for what? Yeah, why? Hello.
Right.
Yep.
They lift up the fridge, and oh shit, it's empty.
no vaccines.
Uh-oh.
And Claire turns to Rousseau and is like, where is it? It's like, we already were you not in the conversation we had earlier where I was like, you don't remember what happened, do you? Like, I wasn't bringing you back
not
to them.
part of
I'm not
this.
part of this. Like,
If anything, they joined my team because I've been here for 2 decades.
she sees the scratches on her arm,
Yeah.
which then triggers
the
another
next flash.
flashback.
Yeah. Claire's just passed out outside, and we've seen this in a couple of these little snippet flashes or whatever. And she snaps to, kind of. She's disoriented, whatever. Alex is gone.
She wakes up in the jungle. Boy, if I had a nickel for every time that happened to me in Oshkosh.
Rousseau appears,
As she does.
materializes.
As she does everywhere.
I
It just
told you,
pops
she-
out.
Shapeshifter.
Yeah.
Yes.
And she tries to prevent Claire from going back. 'Cause now that the flashback is complete, we can hear Ethan is elsewhere searching for her. Claire, where are you? You can hear him in the distance. And Claire's like, I'm over here. And she's like, don't, shut up. No.
They have a hatch full of flashlights, which we've established, but they're searching around with torches.
Aesthetics.
Just a posse. Posses can't use flashlights. They gotta use torches.
Well, it was raining, right? Flashlights don't work in the rain. Torches do.
Hey, Adam,
Yeah.
I'm worried this episode might not have been written well. Starting to worry.
To complete this flashback, I don't know if it dawned if it dawned on the two of you yet at this point or not. It probably didn't because you don't have the context that JP and I do. But there's a odd, striking similarity between Alex and Russo, including their ability to deal with Clara when she won't listen.
Popper one.
Because Claire's still trying to go back to her captors, and Russo's like, "Well, this ain't working. Plan B." Bam.
Deploy anti-Claire countermeasures.
The nice thing about it is, I don't think that you can give a baby a concussion by giving the mother a concussion.
But if you kill the mother, that's probably not great for the baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she's like,
I struggle not to break out into laughter when she just like hit her with the rifle.
Boom.
We've been hard on Claire. Claire's been through a lot.
She has. She really has.
But so now it's complete to Claire. We cut back to the room, and now all of the pieces have been put together for Claire. She realized that Rousseau was trying to help her, keep her away from the others.
Yeah, she scratched her sort of in
her confusion.
And then Rousseau's like, no, I carried you on my back and I kind of just dumped you
there
where somebody would find you.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly. So
And we still don't know what the big needle was.
yeah,
No.
we don't know what the
That's the cliffhanger, right?
Yeah.
Maybe the vaccine is just the friends you make along the way, you know? Anyway.
Rousseau turns to leave because that's also she's like Irish goodbye all the time. Like as soon as Rousseau's done, she just leaves.
She's just gone.
Yeah, and they're like, "Where are you going?" She's like, "I'm finished. Like here, did you want to still hang out?"
Yeah,
Like,
you have to go hunt other people for sport in the jungle. Like,
but that's one of the last things she says is like, "You weren't the only one that didn't find what you were looking for."
right. Claire tells her basically like, "Hey, I ran into because I know that you had a baby. What was your baby's name, Alex? Well, I ran into a woman with black hair and blue eyes who also helped me. She's one of the good ones. Because Rousseau hasn't seen her baby since her baby was
right. If it wasn't clear to the two of you, Alex is Danielle's child.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
Got that
Yeah.
part. Got that part.
And I've said this before, and I was reminded of it in this episode. The casting director did a really good job of finding
great.
a young
Yeah.
Someone
actress
who
that
looks-
looked a lot like Mira Furlan because the two of them look so much alike. You would have a hard time convincing me that those two actors weren't related
Right.
because of
Yeah.
how much they look alike.
Claire offers up this real sweet little bit of information, and Rousseau's like, "Oh, thanks for that information. Hey, if your baby is infected, you're gonna have to
Know
fucking
what you
kill
have
it."
to do. Yeah, that was kind of like, okay, your parting words. Thank you
right.
very much.
We have Jack's bedside manner, not great. On the other end of the spectrum from Rousseau's bedside manner, also not great.
Also, something to be desired. Come back to the hatch. Jack arrives with Echo.
Yeah,
Locke's like, "What up?"
yeah. Hey,
Who knows?
we hanging?
Guess we're gonna let Echo talk to Ben.
Guess we're
or
just
Henry.
doing this.
Yeah. Locke's like, "Okay."
They say something like, "If the alarm goes off, don't tell him what it's for."
Yeah, the funny part about that was they cut to Jack and show his face, and his face was like, "I don't know what it's for. It just goes off."
Yeah.
Like,
Are we talking about the alarm for the?
the button.
Oh, I wasn't sure what the hell alarm we were talking about.
Because like Locke's like, "Don't tell him if the alarm goes off while you're talking, don't tell him what it's for." And
Nobody
Jack's like, "We
knows
don't,
what it's
we
for."
don't know what it's
Yeah,
for. We talked about this before about the long-term plan with the button. Like we've been over this, John."
Get your purse. We're leaving.
They let him in. Echo sits down.
Offers him a handshake.
Yeah. Asks him if he can sit down. "Do you mind if I have a seat?"
Yeah.
Feel free.
Only if you punch me first.
Right.
And then proceeds with the "Bless me, Father, for I have sinned."
Yeah, that's essentially what happens. He's giving Henry his confession. "The first night I was in the island, 2 men tried to drag me into the jungle. That was a mistake because look at me."
Yeah. Yeah. You had an elderly man you could have grabbed, but you decided to grab the guy who's built like a fucking Mack truck. Yeah. Brilliant.
So I smashed both of their heads in with a rock.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you,
I've been feeling a
I
little-
feel real bad about that.
Oh my god. It was just like and the look on Henry's face is just okay. What is this shit you're telling me?
Yeah.
right now?
So why are you telling me this? I need forgiveness.
I had
You
to
get
tell
that look?
somebody.
Yeah. He's not even asking for forgiveness. He just had to get it out.
Yeah.
I just needed to
Then he
tell
goes into
somebody.
the other mode, though.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not only does he pull the knife, but it's like, stop talking.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of this, and don't eat my sesame cakes.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. Oh man, high five, Mom.
And that was a jungle. That was a jungle
That's a
movie
Congo
too.
reference.
Congo reference.
Yep.
There you go.
Yeah, he had that exact voice, that
one's-
exact look.
For me, my mom, and Noah Totsky, the only 3 people that still really love Congo. We get the idea that Echo probably knows, like, this guy's full of shit. Like, what?
Well, he says that before he started. He's like, the reason you're in here is they don't believe you. They
Yeah.
believe you're lying. Whatever, anything, it doesn't matter what you're saying. They believe you're lying.
Right.
That's why you're in here, in case, whatever.
And Echo's like, that's good enough for my forgiveness.
Right,
If they
yeah.
think that you're one of them, I'll just offer an apology to you.
Right.
And then he pulls out the blade.
Yeah. Cuts off his two little reverse antenna.
Little chin balls?
Yeah, he's got two little.
So what do those
beaded
symbolize?
macrame
I mean,
beard.
Are we cutting off our nuts? What are we doing here?
He, for whatever reason, decided to grow two little things for the two lives he took.
Yeah.
and-
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It was just like, okay, now I can cut these little things off because I've been growing them since I killed them, guys.
They've been there. Like
They're not
like,
long enough for locks of love. I'm sorry.
Locks of hate. How about that?
Yeah.
Echo made his first appearance in the first episode of season 2, and this is episode 15 or whatever it is. He's had them basically the entire time he's been on the show. And not only does he never talk about it, nobody else references them. They never are like, hey, Echo, what's with your weird beard? And then just here, he's like, this is the answer.
Listen, as a guy that can't grow a beard, it's not a lot of growth for the several months you've been.
Yeah.
Well, whatever.
Whatever.
Also, I was trying to think if he felt sort of that level of guilt about all the people he killed before he
that,
came to the island. He'd have
'cause-
like a ZZ Top beard full of them freaking
Yeah.
things.
He'd have a little beard that looked like a coronavirus.
Right?
Yeah, just kind of
Spikes all over it.
Yeah.
I just wrote down, man, if I was Henry and I was like, these are the motherfuckers they got on the beach, I don't want out of this cell, man. This guy's insane.
Yeah, keep me here.
Yep.
Cut back to the beach.
Aaron's
Aaron
getting
got
better.
Miraculously.
Baby's fine.
Oh.
Nobody's infected.
Yeah.
Baby just get better.
This baby just got better.
Like
Must have
Jack,
been
like Jack
withdrawal.
said he would.
Yeah.
Yep.
Jack knew what he's talking about, I guess.
So Jack is a pediatrician.
Apparently is now.
I think he's a broken clock. That's right. Several times a day.
Broke ass clock. Claire and the baby, they have this little scene, and she is like, now I know I can never give you up. We're meant to take care of each other.
Because
I
you're
know.
going to have superpowers from those injections and a little later on in life, and you're going to have to take care of me.
You're going to have superpowers from all that ether I was
Yeah.
subject to.
It's very, very sweet.
Yeah.
Sue, Julie, did you ever have a point where you were holding any of your children and you were like, you're going to take care of me one day? As we were infants.
Not till recently.
Right.
No.
Yeah.
Like, because I can see you looking at, like, me and JP, we're both in our 30s now. It's like, well, yeah, I know. It's like,
Yeah, you're going to get to pick the home you're going to put me in.
but I'm just thinking back to 84.
No,
you know?
no.
Like, you taking me home from the hospital. I was like, did I look like I could take care of anybody?
You look just like that little baby on TV.
Rashy?
Fake?
Oh. Got him.
Oh, yeah.
No, my thought was, oh my God, how long am I going to have to do this?
Yeah.
He's
Yes.
35.
The next 18
I'm still
years?
asking the same question.
Yeah. I stopped by your house 2 nights ago to steal food from your fridge. There's a really weird, sorry to go on about cinematography. The last shot is really weird because it's like Claire and she's like in her little tent bungalow, but she's like left of the frame. And then there's 2 unnamed survivors in the center against the sky, and your eye is drawn to them.
Right.
So the whole time I'm going, who are these 2 idiots? And I'm like, oh shit, Claire's in this shot too. It's just a really, really bad last shot.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, oddly composed.
Yeah, I did that too.
yeah, just like, wait, what am I
just
supposed to
looking
be
at them,
looking
at?
it's like, oh shit.
It's the wrong
That was
thing.
Claire's
to
house.
focus on.
Cut back to the hatch. Locke comes in to replace Ben's feeding bowl.
Discuss book club.
Talk about book
Yeah. Right.
Time.
Go to Stephen King.
Go to Stephen King. Shut up.
A whole bunch of Stephen King in this stupid show.
They have a little chat about it. He's like, yeah, I could hear you talking about the Dostoevsky versus Hemingway.
I heard you talking about that alarm I'm not supposed to know about,
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah. So which one are you? The genius? Or the guy who feels like he's living in the shadow of the genius? Well, literary analysis isn't my thing or whatever.
Jack and I make all the decisions together.
My mistake.
It's such a like high school, like in the hallway, like, oh,
I
I
heard
thought Brenda was calling the shots. Or, like, it's-
the two of you. That's not how it is. No, okay then.
Okay, whatever
Yeah.
you say. Like, oh my
Must
god.
have been a mistake.
Yes, exactly.
Sorry.
And Locke plays it very cool when he's in the room and closes the door behind him. But when he goes
Then
up
has
to
a
the kitchen,
meltdown.
yeah, flips out and throws the dishes around. And
The Dawn
Dawn
dishwashing
dish
liquid
soap.
goes flying across the room.
Unacceptable.
he bumps the counter, which is supposed to be an island, but because it's not actually an island, it moves. Whoops, sorry. And then we have a final little last shot of Henry in the thing, just eating his oatmeal or whatever.
Yeah, mangoes.
Score one for my team.
Yes, exactly.
Lost.
I-
An interesting thing happened after the show ended. I don't know how much, JP, you ever watched the credits of the show.
Never.
What the last card of the credits, they actually have, I guess, what passes for a 2006 version of land acknowledgement. There's a thing on the final thing where they show like the union affiliations and the year and
Yeah,
the
yeah,
copyright
yeah.
date and everything. There's a thing on there that says the producers of Lost would like to thank the people of Hawaii for their like hospitality and aloha spirit, or the people of Oahu for their aloha spirit.
Oh, that's
Which
cool.
is kind of, they don't say like this is occupied land or anything like that, but they do thank the Hawaiian people that
Yeah.
are hosting them, which is actually kind of nice. And I had never watched the credits before, so I don't know how long it's been.
I was going to say it took him till season 2. Did we like it? Was it good? We always let our guests go first. So who would like to weigh in first between you lovely ladies?
I don't know. I found that whole hatch thing a little slow. I guess I like a little more action.
Sure.
Yeah, like Echo taking his shirt off.
Well, that's the kind of action we're here for on the podcast.
No, I don't know. It didn't keep me riveted or anything. There was so much of it out of context
Sure.
Yeah,
that
sure.
it was okay.
Yeah. When you got to the end of it, did you feel like you wanted to find out what happened?
Yeah.
next
Oh,
week?
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, there's a little bit of a cliffhanger there.
Okay. Sure.
But I was more interested in seeing if the characters were true to what I saw in those first couple episodes I watched, and they were. I mean, Kate's the wannabe guy or
Sure.
something.
Like
Yeah.
a tomboy. Yeah.
I wouldn't exactly switch teams for her like I would for Helen Mirren, but
Well, Kate she wants to be a main character.
Right.
yeah. So she kind of held true to that, and Jack from what I saw. But no, I thought the whole flashback thing was a little okay.
Yeah. Sure.
That's
yeah.
fair.
Jules.
Fair enough. Did I like it? Yes. Did I think it was good? No.
Mm-hmm.
And I just thought I knew I was going to have a hard time following it.
Sure.
I had a harder time than I thought I was gonna. I guess I'd say. And then afterwards, you, Adam, said this was like one of the worst ones.
Yeah. We were talking about, I was like, this is like, we always have episodes that leave threads hanging. And I was like, but some have more threads hanging than others. And I was like, this one was,
Yeah.
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 that it left a lot of questions. Yeah.
The reason I like it is because I kind of go for those, like the series, the serial
Serialized. Yeah. Just television.
television. Yeah.
Right.
I could see watching how many seasons?
6.
I could see watching 6. I mean, Downton Abbey was 6.
Yeah. Well, so this, especially this being your first time on the island, it's like, oh, there's a lot of cool, mysterious stuff going on here.
Mm-hmm.
Not a great job of introducing me to it, but it's interesting.
Yeah.
You've seen other Lost, and you're like, well, no, I have a bit of a frame of reference, and you're like,
Yeah, and
I've
I
seen
was
it done better.
really interested in the characters too. I mean,
Right.
the personalities. Obviously you haven't seen Sawyer and some of these characters that are just they're what really makes some of these
Right.
episodes.
Hurley's amazing.
Hurley, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and so this was again it's Claire, and I know she's a new mom, and she doesn't know what's going on. I mean, us new moms make mistakes.
Sure.
As I look at my son over here, no, I didn't.
Wait a minute.
Got
The way we raise them.
Got
No.
him.
All right, thanks for coming on the show. Bye.
No. I mean, we don't always know what
No,
we're doing
yeah.
first time, obviously.
And we've talked
but
about
I
that
but I
on
get
the
a little
show.
tired
Yeah.
of the melodrama. It's like, okay,
Right.
come in.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go into the jungle. But I'm gonna,
Running off into the jungle as a new mother, that's like a big mistake.
yeah.
that one should be a little
That's
more
what they teach you in the classes, not to do that.
Well, and that's what we talked about. Claire never took any motherhood classes.
That's fair. Yeah.
There we
She
go.
would have learned. JP, what about you? What do you think?
Did not like it, nor was it good. This episode suffers from the same thing that Raiders of the Lost Ark does. Whether or not Indiana Jones is in the story, it ends the same way.
Gotcha.
Whether or not Claire goes into the jungle, the baby gets better. Whether or not Kate is there, story stays the same.
Sure.
Whether or
Even though
not
she had a gun.
whether or not she has a gun,
Yeah.
story stays the same.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
The whole, Jack, I'll come check on this sick baby. He's gone long enough for them to have this adventure. It doesn't change anything.
Yeah.
Like, yes, Claire has these memories back now, but other than her feelings about Rousseau, which feels fairly inconsequential because I don't see them having a lot of pal-arounds the island together,
Yeah.
this serves almost nothing for the story. We still don't have the vaccine. We still don't have answers to anything. We just know where there's a cool busted up room. So,
Sure. Yeah.
Adam.
I liked learning about what happened to Claire during her kidnapping. I don't think the episode was well written. It doesn't communicate the information it has to give to the audience as effectively as it could have.
Sure.
So I liked parts of it just because it's information.
Sure.
But maternity leave gets thrown in the pile with other episodes that neither further the mythology of the island, don't get the survivors anywhere closer to rescue, don't teach us that much more about the others and their actual goals. And our best characters, our most interesting characters, Lost is a character show at its heart, Hurley,
I'm not in
Charlie,
it.
Saeed, fan favorites completely absent.
Yeah.
Although
So-
I was excited to see Echo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
He works.
yeah.
We do get Echo, which is
Wait till
nice.
we introduce you to a little character named Goldie.
So yes, I would say there were some parts of it I liked, but on the whole, I think it was not a good episode. No,
Right.
It needed to not be written by these two. I think
Yes.
they needed to split these two up,
Right.
give them two scripts, and have them write it with
Yes. Totally.
Kitsis or Horowitz
Totally.
or Goddard or anybody that was actually a regular member of
Yeah.
the staff.
Take a second pass at it with a better set of eyes. All right. Well, then, Lost MVPs. So this is where we get to give a gold star to one of the characters or actors or sort of whoever you want for the episode. Who was awesome? Who rocked it? Who was your favorite person to watch in maternity leave? Again, who would like to go first?
Got to be Echo.
Yeah, there we go.
Only guy with his shirt off. No, I just love that type of character.
Yeah.
The smoldering look, the man of few words, you can convey it all just with that
Right,
look
yeah.
or with your attitude. Yeah, he was cool.
Yeah.
He was definitely cool.
Yeah.
My original MVP was Rousseau.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I think I might stick with her, although
With a
once I
caveat.
met Sun,
Oh, yeah.
I was like, oh, she's taking care of that baby.
Yeah. Yeah. That's fair.
And she helped Claire put together some pieces of her little puzzle that she was
Sure.
working on. But I think I'm still going to stick with Rousseau
Okay.
because,
Little honorable mention to Son.
yeah, at first thought that Rousseau was, badass jungle woman. But then she actually turned out to be pretty helpful. And I felt really sorry for her at the end because she was mourning her baby.
Son does rule, and you didn't get to see as much of her as we've seen. But
Yeah.
Son is awesome.
Yeah. Son is great.
JP, what about you? Who's your Lost MVP?
I'm also going to give it to Rousseau.
All right.
I feel like she displays the patience of a mother in this one, especially when Claire is just screaming at her all the time. And she decides, hey, I have these crazy jungle skills to just kill people. I'm not going to kill this blonde white lady, even though I've probably killed for less. And she's like, all right, child, I'm going to drag you through the jungle again.
Right.
Back to where I found you, and we'll entertain these silly little adventures you want to go on. So for the patience of a warrior, Rousseau.
There you go. Nice.
Adam.
I am gonna give it to Ben Henry Gale Linus. Oh,
Yeah.
Haha.
just for winding up Locke.
Yeah.
Like Locke and I have a contentious relationship, but I also love Ben, even though he's an antagonist. His ability to sow discord among the survivors is always awesome, and to see it so starkly done, and especially so early in his captivity, because this is only a couple days after he's
2 days or
captured.
something?
Yeah.
3 days?
And to see how quickly he can get under Locke's skin, like,
Yeah.
I just love
That's
that.
great.
So yeah, I'm giving it to Benry.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, there's a flip side to this award then. The Lost Forever. Who do we wish to banish from the island? Who did we not want to see any more of? Who was your least favorite? Who was your Lost Forever? Mom, you want to go first again?
Claire is the Stevie Nicks of the
Okay.
one trick pony.
Oh.
I don't know.
Coming out swinging at Stevie Nicks, Mom. Holy shit.
That's Paul Simon.
Like
Pull her mic.
Stevie Nicks is one of these monotone singers. I got a lot of music references because that's my background. But
You brought your own microphone.
yeah, I got my- and cord.
Yes.
and cord.
Or yeah,
I didn't bring the socks.
Yeah.
I asked him if it was clean. He shrugged.
He did tell. Oh, he lied to me. Yeah.
Smell it.
No, from the standpoint of the whole dramatic thing, this was a very, I haven't seen other sides of her.
Sure.
This was very
Sure.
that one note kind of okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
all right, we know your baby's crying. We know you're going to go into the jungle. It was all kind of very flat to me in
Just
terms of her.
One level of frantic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one way or another.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, that's
Okay.
totally fair.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Works for me.
totally.
Ma?
Claire didn't seem to be not a very deep actress.
No.
there we go.
I mean,
Stevie Nicks.
Yep. Yeah. But she was, however, not my lost worst. My lost worst actually probably would be fake baby Aaron. He just actually ruined it.
Especially when his head
He
flopped
only
over.
had one moment, he only had to do one thing, and he couldn't even do that right.
Yeah.
He was just flopping around on his mom's arm, and his little leg was just flopping there. And you could tell it was rubber.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's not
Disappointing.
the way a real baby's
Not
leg
at all.
moves.
Not at all.
See, I didn't notice this fake baby at all. So, like,
Now you got to go back.
yeah, well, maybe I just need to
it's
observe
the
babies
time
more.
stamp is like right at like 12 minutes. So if you want to go check it out, it's
I'll,
like right
I'll
there.
look
There
at
we
that
go.
again.
JP. Last forever.
I'm going to give it to Kate. You got 5 minutes a day where you can screw up or have to be emotional or whatever. After that, you got to be gangsta. And if you're going to pull a gun on Rousseau,
Yeah.
probably one of the most dangerous people on the island besides Echo, you better be ready to pull the trigger. And it just in general, she's just kind of there to facilitate Claire not just being alone with Rousseau. Like, she doesn't
Sure.
do anything other than find the
She found the
flashlight.
light switch
Yeah, and
and the
flip the
flashlight.
switch. Which
And the beard.
Yeah, she
that's it.
found the
But then she didn't
disguise.
like run into
anything
the other
with it.
room and be like, I found beards. Like,
yeah, if she'd come out wearing the beard and be like, guys, look what I found. Check it out. Or she's wearing like a wig, like, yes, I love that
This is
version of Kate.
great, yeah.
Bizarro World Kate, love her. But yeah, she didn't really do anything for me. And start pulling your weight, Kate.
there you go.
Adam?
I got to give it to Echo.
Yeah.
And it's
Why?
literally just for a technical thing.
What?
Ooh.
This episode is one of, I think, 9, I counted, give or take, 9 episodes of Lost that ran 5 minutes long in its original broadcast.
Oh.
105 on air back in 2000, whatever. It's an extended episode. You cut out what Echo did, chopping wood, going to the beach, talking to Jack, and then talking to Henry. There's your 5 minutes, and the episode's the same. And so that's
Ooh.
it. So, like, again, clean
Sure.
up the script.
Yeah.
You didn't bother to put Charlie or Saeed or Hurley in.
Yeah.
You could have cut Echo too, because he didn't do anything.
Yeah.
But like you said in your analysis of the episode itself, nothing happened.
Yeah.
Really. So,
You could remove this episode from the season and it
and it doesn't change.
doesn't really
Yeah. So,
affect
so it's
anything.
Echo just for the fact that, like, yeah, his screen time.
And this
would've-
is the
would've
one you
amounted to 5
assigned the
minutes.
moms to.
Listen, it was called
I know.
maternity leave.
They were setting Echo up for something. I'm going to go find out what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the thing. Echo rules in Echo episodes.
Oh, dude,
a
Echo's
couple
great.
of episodes.
We
of-
love
yeah,
Echo.
Echo rules.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love Echo.
All right.
Like, so yeah, it's simply just for his screen time amounted to the 5 minutes that it would have been to make it an hour.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it. Maternity leave.
Yay.
We did it.
Yay.
Awesome.
I don't even think I used the fuck word once.
Oh, you just said the thing.
Oh, you said it just
I thought about it, but
Yes.
then I get the look from him.
Yeah.
JP, did you say that? Did you say fucking?
Yeah. a
I
whole
think
bunch.
you did.
Yeah, you
Yes,
did.
Yeah.
several
Did I?
times.
Sue, Ma, thank you
Yes.
so much.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
You're welcome. This was
fun.
fun.
We
Lot of
usually
fun.
let people plug something. Do you guys want to plug anything?
Your own podcast.
Well, your album's on
Oh, sure.
Amazon.
Oh, yeah, I'm on Amazon and Spotify and a bunch of places with Christmas CDs and one jazz standard CD
Yeah.
and
All right.
Sue Russell.
under Sue Russell.
Sue Russell,
And yeah.
Yeah.
Ma, why don't you do a quick plug about your new job? Because that's something that actually everybody needs to be more aware of is the uplift thing.
I've just taken a position as an uplift advocate for the nonprofit organization called Waking Women Healing Institute. The goal and the mission is to lift up, advocate for, and help the relatives of the missing and murdered Indigenous populations.
Yeah.
Love it.
Which is
Yeah.
awesome. So,
Love it.
It's a big issue, and I'm excited to do this new thing in my life. And
Awesome.
and it is almost kind of like my magnum opus, I guess. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm probably going to
Yeah.
retire from this,
Good.
you know, and but I will learn a lot in the process.
excellent.
Very cool.
Very cool.
Speaking of magnum opus, this is our magnum opus. We're kind of
It's all-
peaking in our
it's all
mid to
downhill
late
from here.
30s. Yeah. So what are we doing next time, Adam?
It's an excellent question. Oh shit! It's been a long time coming, baby.
What?
The hype train is arriving at the hype station
Oh,
with
no.
continuing service to Hype City. If you are trying to be lost with us, next time we are watching Season 3, Episode 14, Expose, with everyone's favorite NPCs, Nikki Fernandez and Paolo, no last name given.
My God.
I can't wait.
Finally.
Yes.
We've done it.
Expose is what I think the Lost community for a long time considered the worst episode of Lost.
Because we didn't get the worst one. We got the
You got the
second
second to worst, yeah.
And the two centric characters, Nikki and Paolo, are
Oh, I hate them so
they are
much.
universally regarded as the two worst characters on the show.
Outstanding. I cannot wait.
So yeah, again, Ma,
Yes,
Sue,
Ma.
thank you.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
Invite
Thank
us
you.
yes.
back.
Yes, for sure.
For
Now that
sure.
we know what we're in for.
Yes.
Yeah, it was very nice to meet you, Sue.
Meeting you too.
All
Now we'll
right.
go talk about these two, right?
While we clean
Yeah.
up. Yeah.
Okay.
We're grounded.
Thank you, the listeners out there, for tuning in every week. We do it for we do it for ourselves, really.
Yeah,
but
it's a
like
vanity
you
project,
guys, you guys, it's a byproduct. So
Yes.
but thank you anyway.
Yes.
I'm Adam.
I'm JP.
Do you have any idea what's going on in the show?
Nope.
Me neither.
Lost on Lost is produced and edited by me and JP.
We wish to acknowledge that we live, work, and produce our show on occupied land.
Burbank, California is located on the traditional tribal lands of the Tongva, Chumash, Kizh, and Fernandino Tataviam peoples.
Milwaukee, Wisconsin is located on the traditional tribal lands of the Peoria, Potawatomi, Miama, and Ho-Chunk peoples.
And Lost was produced in Hawaii on the lands of the Kanaka Maoli.
Visit native-land.ca to learn more about the land you live and work on.
You can engage with us on IG, Facebook, and Twitter at Lost on Lost 1.
You can also email us at wearelostonlost@gmail.com or support us with dollar monies at coffee.com/wearelostonlost.
Thanks to Lostpedia and its community of contributors, Danny Schmitz, Random.org, and as always, you the listeners for tuning in.
We're hosted at Podbean. You can hear us there or wherever you get your podcasts, except MySpace. We're not on MySpace.
Yet.